gosh, look at this. Do you guys see those fortifications in there on the right side of the rock? That is just beautiful. Alright, we gotta find more stuff like this. Hey guys, it's Alex and Kip. We're back out here in the Pryor Mountains. It's a beautiful, beautiful spring day. It's nice to be out of the city. We're gonna do a little bit of hiking and some exploring, but also a little bit of rock hounding. There's some really interesting jasper up here, as well as fossils, so we'll see what all we can find. Okay, so we're just kind of exploring the slopes here on this little hillside. The Pryor's is, at least for me, very well known for its beautiful jaspers. And I just found a few pieces here for you. There's also some really interesting crystals and geodes you can find out here. But it's pretty overwhelming, honestly, because there's just so much to look at. So I usually don't know where to start. And there's Kip at last. He's been nosing around and exploring. Here's just a couple more pieces of beautiful, beautiful jasper. Just hiking up here, but checking out some of the rocks as we go. Lots of cool jasper, maybe even some Chalcedony in here. Just kind of give you guys kind of an idea of what it's all up here to find. There's a nice piece. Just taking our time, kind of meandering around up here in the desert. It's absolutely beautiful up here. It's just so cool how like an hour and a half from Billings and you're in an entirely different landscape. Just stunning. I'm gonna kind of explore this little dry creek bed here a little bit. Some pretty, I don't know if it's quartz or jasper. That's jasper, I think, right there. Look at this big old piece of quartz. There's so much of it, you almost don't even know what to pick up and what to bring with you. That's really, really pretty though. Here's another neat piece. I don't know if you can see the quartz right there in it, and then down here there's some Chalcedony even, maybe. Just a little slice I found on the ground. Alright guys, check this piece out. There's some druzy quartz in there, as well as up there. There's lots of really interesting stuff, so yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like this is actually Chalcedony. It's got like that conchoidal fracture pattern to it. there's lots of stuff like this up here. Here's another good look at a piece of this material. I really don't know what it is. I want to say that it's quartz, but it almost seems slightly translucent. There's some inclusions. If you look closely in some areas, it seems like there's maybe even some banding. So I don't know if this is a special type of agate, but it's just littering the ground everywhere. It's really interesting. Really beautiful hike. You know, there's lots of really pretty rocks here and lots of rock hounding and exploring to do. And I highly recommend it if you're thinking about visiting the area and doing some rock hounding. In fact, this whole area is all BLM land. So you can just go wherever you want and explore and rock hound without worrying about private land or anything like that. It's just a really neat place. All right, we finally made it to the top of this little ascent. Here's an awesome example of the red and yellow jasper you can find out here. Probably gonna try to find a smaller piece than this, but it's amazingly beautiful out here, it really is. Got this piece wet in the snow here for you. We're kind of down in this valley here now. You definitely can find some cool fossils out here. Check out this one. Must be some sort of shell impression. A lot of the fossils are just mixed in with the limestone. So, kind of cool to see what you can find. All right, the girls are getting a little lunch. Kip and I are just in this little drainage here, checking out some of the rocks. You can see we found some more of that quartz stuff. Also found this piece here. Nice little agate bit, because see how translucent it is? So, I mean, it's gotta be agate, right? Let me know what you think in the comments. Definitely might have just kind of licked it there for you. It's a really pretty piece though. See what else we can find. Here's a nice little piece again. You can see the beautiful reds and yellows. There's even a little bit of banding in there. It's a really nice piece of jasper. Oh my gosh, look at this. Do you guys see those fortifications in there on the right side of the rock? That is just beautiful. Alright, we gotta find more stuff like this. Alright, here's another one. I'm gonna try to find some more pieces with those fortifications in it, but in the meantime, look at how mossy and yellow and red. Just stunning. Alright, I'm on the hunt for another banded beauty. That's the first time I've ever found anything with actual agate fortifications, so to speak. But there's just so much out here. It really is amazing, and I don't know if there's a name for the agates that you can find out here. But boy, that one was really beautiful. Check out the druzy quartz there. Oh, hey, Kip. Check out that piece right there. And for those of you wondering, yes, I am crawling around the desert, licking rocks. As crazy as that might sound. But now's as good a time as any, I figure, to mention that if you're enjoying this sort of stuff, if you like these adventures, it's a great time to subscribe to my channel, and there should be plenty more of this stuff coming in the future, just to keep you guys entertained. I'm gonna see if I can find any more of those fortified agates before we get out of here. Check out those quartz crystals in this specimen. You can see them there. Pretty awesome. This material is just all over the place. It really is amazing. I'm just looking for the fortified ones though, which are not easy to find. Okay, we're heading back to the car now. Maybe do a little bit more rock hounding before we call it a day, but those red and yellow agates back there, wow, those were just amazing. Definitely gonna have to come back here in the future sometime. Okay, so we made it back to the car. We're gonna go just do a little bit more rock hounding up here in the hills before we call it a day. So I'll let you know if we find anything. We're just looking for some rocks here in this little drainage coming down off the mountain. Finding some more pieces of jasper. Check those out. Pretty. There's another one right there, maybe. See if we can find anything else before we have to leave. Okay guys, I didn't find too much up here back by the car. There were some interesting like quartz nodules and some kind of somewhat interesting pieces of jasper, but nothing like what we were finding back up at the top of the hike. So I think we're gonna head home and I'll give you a closer look at the rocks. Thanks for coming along on this adventure, and I'll see you next time. Okay guys, been back from the Pryors for a few days, and I finally got around to pulling out all the rocks and getting them cleaned off. It's definitely a little bit of a process because they're pretty covered in lichen and stuff. And there were quite a few finds that I didn't show you guys on camera because I was carrying the baby or it was just a momentary thing. So now you get to see everything. So